What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel, Woody RC. Just picked up my new Trx4m high trail, the Cheyenne K10, and I do have an unboxing video of that already, in a little video short, some music in the background. That just got uploaded this morning, but today I'm going to be installing these low range gears. I've got the low range gears in my Defender now, and I have them in the little Bronco behind me. But most of my crawling is done slow, and I like the control and the torque that the low range gears provide with these little Trx4Ms. But anyways, really quick before I install that, I'm just gonna do a little demo with the stock gears, the way it's in now. Over these tires here, I'm going to do my best to control the throttle as smooth as I can as I'm getting over these tires here. Try to get that so you can see it better on camera there. But yeah, let's see how that goes. So I've got these 10 scale tires here. I'm gonna crawl over and see how it does. You can see it's a little bit more jerky. I keep having to apply more throttle to clear the obstacle there. There it is, it kind of lunged forward. All right, let's do that again. Let's space the tires out a little bit more here. Let's do this. All right, let's put this down a little bit here. Better angle. There we go. Giving it more throttle, more throttle, more throttle. There it goes. Finally made its way over. And that's it. I mean, this mod is not for everybody. These low range gears. Some people like to go a little bit faster on the trail, but this is just my personal preference is all. Okay, let's get those. Let's try this here. Low range gears installed. Let me see how it does this here little climb. Just trying to set something up like this here. Get a little bit more of an angle here. This thing's got great ground clearance, by the way. The front bumper, the way it clears over obstacles. It's so much taller than the standard Trx4Ms. Here we go. You can see my throttle finger going in more till it grabs. There, and it finally grabs. See how it lunged like that? I'm not crazy about that right there, how it performs that way with the trail gears. But yeah, let's help it out there. But okay. Well, let's get those low range gears installed and we'll do another little demo just to see the difference so you guys could see also. Okay, we're gonna go after here first. First, I got my trusty Team Associated little hex set here, driver bits. This has been one of the best tools I've had to work with. Little RCs has all the different sizes here, from metric to standard. And I got a low cost little skill drill here, and slips right in and makes the job so much easier. All right, so we're gonna start by removing the battery tray first. All right, we've got that taken out, and then now we have four little screws here that mount the motor to the chassis. Just got to remove those. Okay, I've got those screws removed, so from here the motor should just pop off, and there we go. The drive shafts here are still connected. So now we got to move 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the motor plate here. Let's remove those. Okay, I've got the motor plate screws all pulled out. Now you want to be careful. You want to keep these in different piles because the motor plate screws are a tad longer than the motor mounting screws, but they're all 1.5 millimeter hex. And the battery, you could tell there's only 2, and they're just much larger on the top end here. But yeah, you just want to separate all that. Okay, so from there, let's see if I remember from my other Trx4m's, you just pull this off. Or let me see, nope. You're gonna have to, if I remember now, you're gonna have to undo this one right here in the drive shaft. So we'll just undo that really quick. And these threads here for the drive shafts, they're not as fine as these. They're a lot more coarse here. So we're gonna separate those also. And then this should just pull out. There we go. And then we'll take this off now. It should just come right out. Just going to be careful here. And inside there, you'll see your brass bushings and your trail gears. Now you want to pull these off and install the new crawler gears in the same way that they have them installed in here. Don't want to, because the first time doing it took me a little bit longer, but I got it figured out. And you want to make sure you keep these separate because they look alike and you could mix them up. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these now. I'm going to snap a quick pick. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these now, set them aside here, and kind of same sequence. They're placed in here just for added assurance to make sure I know how the crawler gears go back in here. You'll be reusing some of these parts. Oh, we can't pull this one out yet. I forgot we have to undo this one first, also this left drive shaft here. So let's take that out really quick. All right, here we go. We got that drive shaft removed now. So let's take this out now. This should just slip right out. Here we go. We'll be reusing this shaft right here. So I'm gonna set that down there. Bam. Just remember how the new gears slide onto this little shaft here. This here. Set that aside there. And we'll have to remove the motor so we can get to the pinion gear here. And the actual screws for the motor are inside the motor case right there. One. These are really small here. These are the motor screws. Make sure you got a nice place to set these two so they don't go flying off the counter, and you got to order a part and wait a week for it. Get everything back together. There we go. It's still in there, but you can see the motor just slides right out. There it is. So this is just a press fit. It's just a plastic pinion gear. So we're going to go ahead and pull that off and set it over here with the other gears, the trail gears here. Sometimes it's tough to come off and you just gotta, you could use something to pry it off. Got a little spoon here on hand. There we go. Turn it again on this side. There it is. That is your pinion gear. So we're gonna put the new pinion gear on, but you wanna be careful when you put these on, when you press it back on the motor. I got a little too anxious with it last time I did it for my Defender. And I slid it on there and I was just pressing it on there really fast and put everything back together, and my gears weren't as smooth as I remember them being in my Bronco. You can noticeably tell the difference in the sound. And I took it all back apart, and upon inspection, I had nicked the pinion gear. And I was able to get back in there with a little object and kind of flatten out the nick and the best I can, and it kind of helped out a little bit. But just be careful when you're pressing that new plastic pinion gear on them, that you don't mess up those teeth. All right, let's get that pinion gear on now. Got my low range gears sitting way off to the left, separated from the trail gears. I don't mix these up. But what you want to do is just press fit it on there. Try and get it with your hand the best you can. And you just want to press it on there till the metal motor shaft is level with the top of the pinion gear. There you go. Just a tad more and should be good. All right, and there we go. It is on there. Now we're just gonna place it back into the motor here. Just remember how you had it in there. The underside of the motor was faced this way, like that, and we're just gonna screw it back in there. Put the motor back in place. Now with certain jobs, you wanna be careful when you're using these also. I like to use it to get it started, to get it towards, to get it flush up in there, and then from there I like to hand tighten it with the driver myself, so I don't overdo it and strip anything. Just want to make it snug. There we go. And there we go. All right, let's get those gears back in there. All right, we got the low range gears installed. Now we just got to put the other half of the motor cover on. Houses all the gears, and it should just slip right over it, and everything should mesh up perfectly. Now, if this is not happening to you, you got something installed wrong. Maybe it's this little motor or this little gear here. Maybe you have it in upside down, and you got an 1/8 inch of a gap there. When you got everything installed right, it should just be a nice flush fit there. All right, let's get it back together. I like to do a cross pattern. It's just a habit. I don't know if this needs to be done to everything. Then again, I don't make sure I bear down on it with this electric driver here. Just get it down to close to snug. Then tighten the rest by hand with your driver. This is where you want to be really careful when you're working with these metal screws and plastic material. I like to back out just a tad and come down to where it just touches to snug on all of them here. Go in too far, you're going to strip it. There is no going back. There we go. All right, let's get the drive shafts on now. Now this part here, don't try and jam it on there. You can see it's got a flat part here, and this part here is also flat. Just line it up. There you go, and it snaps into where it's actually supposed to go. And just put your screw back in. Same thing, just don't over tighten it, because we're going plastic in through this little shaft into the plastic part of this right here, this drive shaft. All right, we are good to go and ready to install the motor back into its original place. Now you could do it two ways. You could, when you put this back in, you got to make sure you slide the shafts together, or you could just put the motor in, tighten it down, and undo this here and slide it back on that way if you like. But whichever way you prefer doing it, whichever way is easiest for you. Sometimes I just like to go ahead and just slide it back in here together. Well, I got it all here, so I don't have to take anything more apart. Got the front end. Now I just got to do the back. The front just came undone. Yeah, it did. So let's get the back here. Now, there we go. Let's work on that front again. And voila, just like that, guys. We are ready to run. That was a pretty simple job. If you guys are new to this, it's good to start learning how to work on your own stuff. And some guys, they enjoy that part of the hobby more, actually wrenching on things. I don't mind it, but for me, if I could had somebody do it, I'd let them do it. But yeah, I don't mind it, and it's pretty easy. But got the old bag that the low range gears came in. I'm just gonna place my trail gears back in here and just tape everything up in case you want to reinstall those for some reason. You could go back and forth between a higher paced vehicle or a slow rock crawler. Or you could just go buy yourself an FMS and have 2 speeds. Don't tell Trx4m I said that, but yeah, it'd be nice to have that option in our Trx4Ms. But overall, I love the Trx4m platform. Very simple to work on. Everything uses, for the most part, a 1.5 mil driver. And very minimalistic and good performing mini crawler. Let's test it out now with these low range gears. Oh, I forgot to add, as you notice, I didn't add any grease to the gears. I never do plastic on plastic. Some people can. You could put some lithium grease on there, but when it's plastic on plastic, a lot of these plastic gears are self-lubed anyways, and none of my Trx4Ms have them. I've never had a problem with it. And to me, when you're adding grease, you're just my opinion, you know, you're just good. It's just a way to attract dirt. And so that's just me. I don't add grease to my plastic gears. If it's metal, I definitely do. All right, let's get this thing on running over these tires, see how it looks. All right, here's the initial test here. First, let's make sure everything is good. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. Sounds like those gears are meshed really nicely. Now these crawler gears, because they're so low, when you have it on, it's like almost full throttle, just right at the get-go of the trigger throttle. And that's gonna give you the more whining noise than the trail gears. So look at that, let's get a nice slow speed. See how slow this thing could go. Oh, that's really good. Oh, yes, it's going to be so much more control when I'm out there rock crawling with it. When you got more control and more torque, less likely for you to upset the chassis and when you're trying to get over something and flip over. Let's crawl over my hand here really quick. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's get some tires placed out here now. All right, guys, let's try this now. Look at that, I'm barely giving it any input. It's got the torque to pull it right up. That's why I love the lower range gears, even just for trailing. I put these in my Defender, which is my trail vehicle, and I just like it a lot more like that. Look at that. No jamming on the throttle to get over that there. It's all that there. I love, look at that clearance on the high trail there and the bumper. It's just so much more. It's like an inch and a half higher than the standard Trx4m Bronco. Wow, that is a nice crawl right there, guys. A little nudge there. Okay. Well, I am very, very satisfied with the outcome with these low range gears. And that's my son in the background, getting himself a little snack. Apologize for the background. I don't have a big shelf behind me with a dozen plus RC crawlers like a lot of other guys in the videos do. Maybe one day I will. So you're getting to see my kitchen here. But look at that. There he is. That's Eli. Yeah, wow. Look at that crawl, guys. Look at that. And that's what it's supposed to be like right there. Eli, how's your channel doing, buddy? Eli's Playhouse, pretty good? Got any more videos you're making for me to download? Look at that. Wow.
My storage is full, so I have to put them on the video.
Okay.
So I'll make one today. Or maybe send it to you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Oh, this is gonna be a fun vehicle out on the trail, guys. All right, guys, well, that's the end of this video. I'm happy with the end result. As you can guys see there, the difference between the crawl gears and the trail gears. And here's a flyby top speed run. It's not fast, so don't expect a rocket. That's about it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this helps you out if you decide to put some crawl gears inside your Trx4Ms. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching.